report for February 6th? 4th, 2013. We're going to talk Super Bowl. Muggs is going to talk local athletes. This is a doctor. That's a judge. Thank you, Beyonce, for stopping by. I'm a single lady. I'm a single lady. Smoking.
We couldn't even get the Destiny's Child on the show. They're that busy. They're relevant again.
And Jennifer Hudson and what's her name? That other girl that they made lip sync.
Alicia Keys?
Oh, Alicia Keys.
No, that wasn't Alicia Keys. It was Alicia Keys doing this.
Madonna.
Yeah. Muggsy!
Yes.
Hi.
How are you?
All rise! The best local sports show in the state of Pennsylvania is commencing. Hold your tongue, doctor.
It's good.
Hold your tongue. Muggs, what's happening in the world of high school sports?
Well, we got 2 weeks left in the high school basketball regular season, and a lot of things are still up in the air. I'm gonna go through my top 10s here.
Top 10s.
Better than Letterman over here.
Yep. We'll start with the boys. Start with number 10, Wallen Paul Pack, 11-6. They are led by one of the best scorers in the area, Jake Brown, who recently scored his 1,000th point.
Woo!
About a couple weeks ago, he did it against Valley View. Wallen Paul Pack, they are among a couple of teams. They are among the 6 teams that are 6 out of 6 teams in Quad A that are going to be competitive in that bracket coming up.
All right.
And, go to number 9. Go a little bit up. Gonna keep the countryside theme. Going to Wayne County. Meet the Honesdale Hornets.
Meet the Hornets.
They are 12-5. They are coming off a big upset win over Scranton Prep on Friday, 53-47 in overtime.
Overtime.
Yeah. They had a 28-point effort from Kevin Nagel.
Nagel.
Nagel my bagel.
My big.
He's funny, this guy.
They are 12-5, and they are the Quagmire in AAA.
Giggity, giggity, giggity. All right. Hey Tim, how you doing?
They're the big notch in their belt for Honesdale, who had been struggling since the turn of the calendar. Brings us to number 8. We go out to the border. We go out to that tri-border. We go to Delaware Valley. They are 12-6 on the year. They suffered a tough loss on Friday to Scranton, 46-42, and another one of those uptight battles between those 2 schools these days.
Yeah, they're not fans of one another.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying they played a lot of meaningful games the past 6 months of those 2 teams.
And they are currently they are in Division II of the Lackawanna League. They're in a battle with them and Wallen Paul Pack for that division championship. And a big game, and they will be playing on Friday.
Those 2? Oh,
yeah,
right.
they will be playing on Friday. It'll be a rematch of a game played January 15th, won by Delaware Valley, 52-40. And Delaware Valley's defense held Jake Brown, the aforementioned, to 7 points in that game.
Delaware Valley is always at the top of every list. That's weird, them being down so low.
Yeah, we'll keep the DB.
I bet they
Contenders.
rise. I bet they rise.
Muggsy thinks they're contenders.
Yeah.
If you make us top 10, that's like,
Yeah.
that's good.
And number 7.
Better than the AP. Go ahead.
Number 7, we go to the Riverside Vikings. They are 13-5 on the year. They had a big win over Dunmore on Friday, 56-42. On top of their big win earlier in the week over their tri-borough rivals, Old Forge. So big week for the Vikings. 2 big wins there as they try to find their way in the AA bracket. And also the AA bracket, Division 4 of the Lackawanna League, brings me to my number 6 team, the Elk Lake Warriors. They are 15-3. They won a first half playoff against Montrose a few weeks back, and ironically, they're playing round 3 tonight. So result, we don't know the result yet.
Can you dig it?
Check the status on that one, right?
Yeah, but Elk Lake, they're 15-3. They are led by Rob Heft, who had in that first half playoff game against Montrose, which was a 47-43 win in overtime. He had 15 points in that game. And that brings me to number 5. They had the big win against Scranton, but then they lose the game to Honesdale, which is the Scranton Prep Cavaliers. They're 12-6 on the year. They have a couple big games coming up. They have Abington tomorrow at Abington, and then they close against Delaware Valley, which is a big game for seeding for the districts. And the number 4 team, the Scranton Knights, they are 15-3 on the year. They have 3 big games coming up. This Friday, they're at West Scranton in the bandbox.
True Blue West Side!
When they play that, because in football it's the Battle of the Bell, do they call it the Battle of the Gong in basketball?
I don't know, but
The Donger!
Scranton had this game the first time, but when you play that bandbox, that is a whole other animal.
You never know.
That is a whole other animal of a different sort. And they also have they have games against Abington and Wallenpaupack next week to close out the regular season. Number 3 and number 2 are ironically playing each other tonight. We have, number 3 right now is Mid Valley. They're 16-2. And number 2 is Holy Cross. They're 15-3 right now. They're playing each other tonight at Mid Valley. Holy Cross got the better of them in the first game in a that was another tightly contested game. Holy Cross, I think.
Holy Cross!
Holy Cross won that game by I think 5 or 6 in that game. And I just want to make a quick note on Holy Cross. I got into an interesting Twitter discussion with Josh Cozen, the All-State player, last week.
That's a quick note.
Quick no.
Yeah. I mean, Holy Cross has taken a lot of beef for these altercations that have happened in the last few weeks. You know what? For people who don't know anything about it, you should probably just keep your mouth shut.
Shut your mouth!
From the judge.
And know your role.
Jabroni!
If you smell what the judge is cooking.
That's right. I can smell it.
So I just wanted to throw that out. I just wanted to throw that out there.
That's right.
You don't get much more definitive than that, Muggsy.
That's right. You don't
I
have
didn't see that coming.
And that brings me to my number 1 team, the unanimous number 1 team, Abington Heights, 16-2, 2 games ahead in Division 1. Chance to wrap it up this week. They got games with Scranton Prep and Scranton next week.
Who is their top scorer?
Well, it's the Big Show.
Yeah, boy!
JC.
But it's not just him. I mean, it's not a one-man band. I mean, they've got Jason Bamford, Jamie Egan, T.J. Hughes. They're a very deep basketball team. It's not just him.
There's no shouting team.
Nope.
Exactly. Quickly, let me get to my girls here real quick.
Down and out? Having a bad day? Go to MattyVision.com, where smiles are not only guaranteed, they're also free. So go around and explore, have some fun, learn something, and who knows, you might even make a friend. MattyVision.com, we dream big.
I'll start number 10, Montrose. They're 10-8 on the year, but they've been running right through Division 4 in the Lackawanna League. Obviously they're not as good as they were last year when they had Dallas Ellie, but they're still on track for a division title. They have a big game coming up next week at Forest City, which will decide the division. So we'll see how that goes. Number 9, Abington Heights. Not as good as in recent years, but still a dangerous team. They're also 10-8. They have 3 big games coming up. They still have to play Scranton Prep. They have Honesdale and then West Scranton to close the year.
True Blue West Side!
West Side, they've got
those girls have been making some noise at West Side.
Yeah, they've been in every game this year. I mean, they win a couple of those close games. They're probably in my countdown, but it is what it is.
But for years to come, I think they'll be pretty good the next couple of years. We'll see.
Yes, they are.
They'll be on this countdown next year.
Yep. Number 8, at 12-6, the Lady Chiefs of Lakeland. They had last week they had a big win against Holy Cross.
Holy Cross!
That 60-53 win over Holy Cross. They got in that game. They got 22 points from Kyla Agenowicz.
Agenowicz.
Thank you.
Spell check for
You
that
say
name.
potato, and I say
Pronouncing
potato.
it. Thank you, Boost, for the pronunciation.
Agenowicz. Oh, trust me.
Anyway, I do apologize if I butchered that up. Number 7, the Lady Trojans of North Pocono. Lady Trojans. They are 12-6 on the year. they had 2 tough losses last week to Paul Pack and Western Way, but still a very good team. Coach Dan Hogan, West Sider.
Hulk's son. That's Hulk's son. Hulk Hogan.
He's kept the tradition alive up there at North Pocono. They also have 3 tough games to close the year. They also have Scranton Prep, Honesdale, and West Scranton in no particular order.
And they're also a team that can beat virtually anybody. At any given game.
AAA on the girls is wide open. It's not. I mean, there's a great team coming up in this countdown, but then there's a lot of quality elsewhere. Number 6 at the aforementioned Holy Cross.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I can't do it as good as the Moose. But they are 13-5. They were in need of some momentum for the District 2 AA playoff chase last weekend, and they got it with a 43-40 win over Montrose. They got 13 points from Olivia Coase, and I believe that's Josh's brother or sister. Sister, why did I just say brother?
Brother, let me tell you.
That's my fault.
Powerful family is what you're saying.
Yes, they are.
Very athletic.
Yep, yeah, the Coastons are very good. They have games to close the year against Dunmore and Riverside to see if they can get a little closer in that AA race, which brings me to the Dunmore Ladybucks. They are number 5.
Lucky guess.
14-4 on the year. They had a 43-31 win over Lakeland last weekend behind 16 points from Mariah Majeski.
She sang Hero.
Yeah.
She's hosting American Idol too.
And she's married to
Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess.
Mariah. Some Mariah.
Right. Number 4, the Lady Hornets of Honesdale. They've had 3 tough losses. They've lost twice to Paul Pack, and then they had another tough one to Scranton Prep last weekend, 49-46 in that game. The good news for Honesdale is they don't have to play Paul Pack again this year. Paul Pack's in Quad A, Honesdale's in AAA. So Honesdale, the defending district champions, that's something that they don't have to worry about again. Which brings me to number 3. The Lady Buckhorns of Paul Pack. 15-3 on the year. They're 2 games ahead of Honesdale in Division 2. They can wrap that up this week. They have a big one with West Scranton tonight.
West Side!
See how West does with that game. They are led by a couple girls. Alex Roman at 17 points in that one game against Paul Pack on January 24th.
Roman.
And the big game that they had with North Pocono, which was a 41-39 win on January 29th, they got 13 points from Bridget Mann.
Oh,
B-Man.
What'd you say?
B-Man.
B-Man. I like my man.
That's man with 2 ends, though. Man with 2 ends. And number 2, the Classics of Scranton Prep, 17-1 on the year.
Hey, Preppy. That was my Slater.
They are on the verge of clinching Division 1. They need 1 win out of 4 games to do it. They can get it tonight if
they can do it.
They can get it tonight if they beat Abington Heights. Not going to be easy, but it is what it is. Just 1 out of 4 for Scranton Prep, and they would win Division 1.
And I think they'd be a good matchup against the next team you're going to mention.
I just wish they would have played each other. Yeah.
Spoiler.
Which is the only like I said, the only undefeated in Lackawanna County, Lackawanna League. The Old Forge Lady Blue Devils 18-0. They also have a big game tonight with Dunmore.
Go Dunmore.
And a win there all but clinches Division 3 for the Lady Blue Devils, but it would just be 1 notch in what the Lady Blue Devils hope is a district and then a deep state run in single A.
Are they related to Duke?
Nah.
They don't play Duke this year.
Well, they're the Blue Devils, right?
Yeah. In the 53-51 win over Holy Cross that I mentioned.
Holy Cross!
Mentioned last week.
Every time.
Yeah, they had 23 points from their top player Lauren Carey.
Whose daughter is that? Lauren Carey?
Stephen King's.
Oh.
Carey.
Yeah, that's 1 R. 1 R. C-A-R-E-Y, not 2 R's.
Oh, Jim Carrey's daughter.
So, like I said,
Harry Carey.
So, like I said, 2 weeks left in the basketball. Also, I want to congratulate our district dual champions. A broken record, I guess you could say. Not like broken record, but like last year was the Delaware Valley Warriors and Western Wayne Wildcats defending their championships at Pittston area last weekend. Delaware Valley, both teams dominated. I mean, either team had a close match in the duels. Delaware Valley, when they got to the final, they beat up on Wyoming Valley West 48-9. 14 bouts, Delaware Valley won 11 of them. They will be wrestling, when they go to Hershey, they will be wrestling the District 1 champions from Owen J. Roberts.
Owen J. Roberts.
J. Roberts. J. Roberts.
OJ.
No.
Owen J.
No.
Guilty.
Not guilty. He was not guilty.
That's fact.
He was not. Judge
Ito over here.
Judge acquitted him on that.
The jury did.
Yeah, but still, you can't argue what happens in a court of law. We got double jeopardy.
That's debatable.
Anyway, Western Wayne, they defended their title with a 38-28 win over Lake Lehman. That was the closest bout, but it was pretty well handled by about the 10th and 11th bout that Western Wayne was going to win this bout. The Lake Lehman scored a couple wins at the end to make it competitive, or at least look competitive. It was a technical fall at 152 pounds by Brad Fuller that clinched the championship for Western Wayne.
That's what the ref does. Like that.
Yeah, he pinned. There's a pin. Yeah.
Unless your referee Danny Davis, he goes. Unless he's Hulk Hogan wrestling, then it goes like that. A lot of Hulk Hogan references.
Yeah.
You said the name twice. I'm not quite sure who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Western Wayne, they'll be going to Hershey. They'll be wrestling the District 9 champion Red Bank Valley. That's up in Erie. District 9, I believe that is.
Erie.
Yeah.
That's Erie.
Yeah. The team championships start on Thursday. They go through until Saturday. And I also want to put a quick swimming note on the board here. Delaware Valley leads the Northern Division right now on the boys with a 7-0-0 record. And Abington Heights also 7-0-0 on the girls' end. They have a big meet tomorrow with Valley View, which is 6-1 on the girls. And another house cleaning shout out here, senior Vanessa Latour. I think this is a more rarity in swimming, but she recently topped the 1,000 point total in swimming.
Wow.
She's tallied at 1,000 points for her team in team scoring. It's not something that's easily eclipsed in swimming as it might be in basketball, so that deserves a shout out. And I want to thank the Moose for his creative consulting here today.
We had a banter, man.
Yeah. I'm here.
And even the doctor had a the doctor did good today too. So
thank you. That's it.
That's it. I guess court's adjourned. We're going to take a break. Coming up after the break, I got a doctor. Stay tuned.
Blink your eyes and everything changes, and life gets shuffled to another day. Blink your eyes and life rearranges the cards in your hands you've been dealt to play. The phone rings, the voice keeps talking. I just hang up and walk away. This time for good. It's bad yet looking better. No more, no less. It's all one crazy mess, so wake me up when it's all over. Oh, what next? Blink your eyes and everything changes. Life gets shoveled to another day. Look around, what you see, a magic trick all in disarray.
Back from the break with the all-new sports report for sometime in 2013. There's a Fletcher in the house, careful, they bite. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a doctor, and we ain't even messing around. I think we're talking Super Bowl, Doc.
Super Bowl. Two people on this panel predicted the game correctly, and one was wrong. Hey, it's all right. A lot of people, even the odds makers, had the Niners as favorites. But yeah, 34-31, Baltimore took the win. I believe I also said they would win by 3. So I was exactly right.
And the Moose was almost right for a
He
while.
was, yeah.
He said it was going to be a blow. It wasn't even going to be a contest.
Looked like
to
it.
Baltimore, and then something happened
Something
that changed
strange.
the momentum. There was halftime.
Super Bowl history.
Then soon after halftime,
Beyonce,
like almost right after Jacoby Jones took that kickback, and it looked like they had a stranglehold on the game. Boom, lights went out. Literally, the power outage was over half an hour delay, and after that, the momentum completely shifted. They have a lot of old people on that Baltimore team, so maybe they stiffened up, or they just lost the momentum. Niners came roaring back, and geez, one play away from winning it.
Their deer antler piss wore off or whatever.
The deer piss wore off on Ray
wore off.
Lewis. Yeah.
See, I thought Beyonce killed us so bad they were like, I can't follow that. I ain't going to, man.
I saw a lot of people, if you have Facebook, and most people watch us from Facebook, some hilarious comments about that. I saw a couple people mention that maybe Bane from Batman was somewhere in the building.
Bane
picture. And also, and somebody even said, I think here comes Chris Jericho because the lights went on. The wrestler, Chris Jericho.
Nice!
I stick to my theory that the 49ers convinced Leonard Huff from Major League 3 to flip the
Pull
switch.
the flag on the
Yeah. I didn't really like the movie, but it just came to me when I saw the lights go out.
Not many people have seen that movie, but
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I do. It's a good movie.
Nice thing that I thought is that after because when the lights went out and the CBS Sims and Nance were muted out too, Steve Tasker got a lot of FaceTime. He got more FaceTime last night than he did in the Bills' 4th straight Super Bowl losses.
Yeah. No question about that.
Do you find it funny that the power was out, but yet all the media stuff was still going?
Well, it was one side of the whole side of the one stadium.
Yeah.
Like that's why Phil Simms and
Yeah, because that's why I said
yeah.
it was everything on the 49ers side was out, and everything on the Ravens side was still on.
Conspiracy.
Nonetheless, it was a great half-hour timeout called by the Niners, perhaps. A lot of good things happened in this game. The big play that some people had a problem with was that pass interference or non-pass interference call at the end, the pass to Crabtree.
That happens in the first
Jimmy
quarter.
Smith.
You don't even remember it. I'm sorry.
Can I interject here?
What are your thoughts on that?
Because I have absolutely no problem with the no call at the end. I have a problem with the 49ers plan of attack there.
Oh, yeah. I think most will agree, yeah.
And I'm not talking the sequence of plays. I'm talking how the Ravens knew at critical moments that to time their blitzes to prevent to force Kaepernick into a quick throw, prevent him from even using his legs as an outlet.
Yeah.
If you look at the 2-point play, now there's a lot of people saying that Ed Reed could have been offsides. Mike Pereira, the guy on Fox who always interjects, he said no, Ed Reed was not offsides.
Yeah, they only showed one replay after that I can remember, and it looked like a perfect jump, an absolute perfect jump. But yeah, you're right, and that's what you'll have with rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's something I think over time that they would say Jim would tell his quarterback, hey, you got to change the cadence here. They're getting on us here.
They also had to call a couple timeouts that they wish they could have had back, especially after they didn't convert that touchdown.
It was a two-point conversion.
Yeah, right before the 2-point conversion rather. But they couldn't get it done. I love the non-pass interference call.
Yeah, at the end of a game,
let him play.
Let him
play. They did that all game basically. There's
a
lot of
there could have been an ejection in the first half.
Yeah, it could have been an ejection.
When is it all right to push a referee?
Obviously, in the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, you can push a ref.
In a regular season game, all you have to do is touch him.
Not only did he push him, he went to go after him.
Yeah.
And he had to be held back.
Yeah. In the regular season, all I have to do is that, and the referee says, "You gone."
You gone.
Little fix there.
How about Joe Flacco for MVP? He threw 11 touchdowns. Ties the playoff record.
Yeah.
With Kurt Warner and Joe Montana. Who would have thought that? And this is like a few years ago. Eli came out and said he's elite, and people laughed at him. And then he won his first Super Bowl. Flacco at the beginning of the year said, "Yeah, I'm elite." So I begged Tony Romo to say that preseason this year.
Yeah.
Being a Cowboy fan, say you're elite because you're going to win the Super Bowl when that happens.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll win it in New York next year.
Didn't I see that Dion might be coming back?
I saw that commercial.
Might have a chance there.
Anquan Bolden had a great game too. 2 huge catches, 2 tough. That 3rd and 1 when they threw him the back shoulder fade.
When
Flacco checked off of it, that's what I.
Yeah.
If more receivers were like him that just went for it.
The funny thing is he might not even be on the Ravens. They might cut him for cap reasons.
The
first quarter, amazing touchdown catch he had. The
49ers. I mean, for all the talk that we have about the comeback, they really dug themselves too big of a hole in the first half. They left points on the table, and they kept giving the Ravens chances. Because that first touchdown was a direct result of an offsides penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they played the first half like the first game of the season. The Ravens played every play like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, even the fake field goal.
Yeah.
I mean,
and their first play of the game, they throw a nice 20-yard gain to Vernon Davis. They're lined up around in the first play.
Yeah,
and that never should happen.
Yeah, that's
preseason stuff.
That's another thing. The final series of downs. Vernon Davis, where was he on the goal line? I mean, 3 plays straight to Crabtree.
Yeah. Nonetheless, Niners are still young and talented.
We'll see what happens.
They'll have their chance, you know. And you never know in your career when this could be your. This is Ed Reed's first chance to win the Super Bowl. It was yesterday. Can you believe that?
You never know.
How great he's been. He's been in good teams.
We all. I mean, everybody thought Dan Marino, when he made his first Super Bowl, he thought, he'd make 3 or 4 more at minimum.
Yeah, he's gonna. You'd think he'd win a couple, you know. You never know. My gut says they'll be back next year and they'll be a contender. Ravens might fall off.
Yeah,
now,
Ravens.
You know?
Ray Lewis is retiring. They have a lot of questions to address with their salary cap, obviously.
Plenty, yeah. And this is so we're really not going to talk much more football, are we? At least to the draft. This is like the end.
See. Yeah.
This is the end.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start talking. We're gonna have to start talking baseball, basketball,
World Cup qualifying. How about that? A little soccer.
6 Nations rugby.
6 Nations of rugby. We'll leave that to the egg-shaped ball.
Yeah.
And if you never watched it, like it on Facebook, the egg-shaped ball.
Yeah.
New show sponsor.
Go to the pond. We go to the pond at the egg-shaped.
On the pond.
I know nothing about rugby, and it's fun to watch. But this isn't an egg-shaped ball plug.
Yeah.
This is about the sports report. And if I had a gavel, I'd bang it because there's not much to go.
Go ahead.
I'm not touching that.
Oh.
I'll be held in contempt. That was a trick.
Yeah, you're not allowed to touch it. Remember Dan Fielding one time grabbed Harry's gavel. It didn't go out good for Dan. Didn't go good for him. That's all you got, Doctor.
That's all we got. Preseason or off-season prediction. Who wins the Super Bowl next year, Muggs? Too early to do that.
Far too early.
I'm going Cleveland Browns.
New Orleans Saints.
I gotta say,
that was another good Facebook status I saw. Someone said Sean Payton got his revenge during the power outage. The final, Final. Here you go, Goodell.
Good.
Take that.
I'm gonna go New York Giants because it's in New York next year. Now I could say Jets, but we all know. We all know where that would lead me.
No. All right, that has been another awesome sports report. If you made it to the end of the show, share this with your friends. That's all you got to do. You have a kid on a team or know a kid on a team, share it to them. Help us grow. You help us make a lot of money because we get a lot of money for doing this.
Yep.
No. Coming up after the break, we're going to bring Beyonce back. Yeah, boy.
I hope you all have your flu shot out there.
Will that be edited? I don't know.
MattyVision.com. We dream big.
Coming up after the break, Beyonce. We're going to bring her back, boy. We dream big.